Hi there, it's Bridget Reed, and I'm not with you tonight, doing the mentoring chat. So Linda and Lisa asked if I would do a quick video just as a follow-up to the mentoring newsletter that came out this past week. And it's truly just on the mid-year evaluation for our first-year teachers. And how this came about was the state looked at our FEEPs and looked at our changes that we did in the rubric due to this year and just noticed that we did not have a strong follow-up for our brand new teachers to BPS, and just to let them know formatively where they are in the school year. So I want to push that as much as possible that this is formative in nature, and it doesn't affect the full evaluation. And I know I mentioned in the newsletter, let's just have that growth mindset. Let's just, I know there's a lot on people's plates, but that, this is not just one more thing. It's something they're already doing, and now they're going to get the feedback on it. One of the things that I really needed clarification on, though, was it's not just beginning teachers, it's all new teachers to us this year. So this could be a teacher who worked for us for 15 years, went out on leave for a year, went to a charter school, went out of state to teach, and then they came back to us this year. Yes, they fit into this category that they need a mid-year evaluation. Now, one of the things as a mentor, I would like for you to share with your teams as a lead mentor is there is a self-reflection piece to this. Now, I think the tab as far as this week is still down while they're adding that to the evaluation in ProGo. But once that gets up there, there's a self-evaluation piece that your mentees need to do. And then their evaluator for this year will be coming in and checking out where the growth is for students. Now, as the mentor, and it's hard with these rubrics to really look at what are we really looking at here. And I know I put in the newsletter that let's look at those words. We have all in distinguished, we have most and proficient, we have developing with some, and then no for unsat. Unsat and distinguished are pretty easy because it's all or none. But it's that proficient and developing that we really need to see what are the differences there. That most and that some are really subjective. So, just kind of talk about it with your mentees, what that looks like. Some is at 50% and most is 75 or 80%. It's hard to put a data number on it, but maybe that's what you need to look at. Also in distinguished, we have high growth where we don't have that word high growth in proficient. Talk about those differences there. As I put in the newsletter, especially with our beginning teachers, you may have some in the unsat category. They're brand new. Some of them got hired, without any teacher training after the 6-day count. They may be with no growth right now. Some are going to be developing. As a matter of fact, most of our beginning teachers might be in the developing category. So really just growth mindset. You're there, and you want to get to proficient, you're just not there yet, but you're going to be, because this is what you're doing. This is what's in place that you've got a plan for to get your students towards most or all. Also, take a look at those point differences. We have 37 points to 15 points. Frankly, they still get 15 points for being unsatisfactory. It's going to be okay, but this piece is so valuable for them to see where they are right now, for you to have those discussions, and for their administrators to see where they are to move forward. So please keep going with that growth mindset. You're just not there yet. It's formative in nature. It doesn't affect you at all at the end of the school year on that final evaluation. And then one of the things I did share with is some possible areas where they can find where their students can show growth. Remember back years ago, if you were with us, the PGP, we would keep a binder of here's the student data. You may share that, but that's an example of how they can show growth, pulling that data that way. Especially if you're if you're a mentor for a school psychologist, a behavior analyst, here's some areas to give suggestions on where they can show growth. So please just use this. Try to keep it not scary, because it's not scary. And it's really, you know, I know it feels like, oh my gosh, just one more thing, but it is all to show the impact of what learning is going on in the classroom. So, you know, I had that in the newsletter. If you could also touch base on the formative assessments you use, simple teacher questioning, but getting that student feedback back to the teacher of understanding, okay, these kids are getting it, not just one or two, not just my favorite one up here, all of the students. What is that feedback that you're getting? Share those formative assessments, share your stories with your mentees, examples of how they are probably already doing it, but we just want to solidify how they're using formative assessment to change their instruction to impact that learning. I don't want to come across ever as flippant. I hope I didn't in that newsletter when I said, guys, we are all in it together. We can do this. I mean it. I know, I truly believe it. And I thank you so much for everything you're doing. I've been in the classroom. I've been teaching right now. I know it's challenging. And I really appreciate you so much. So I hope to catch up with you on the next Mentor Chat.